In a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, an elderly woman named Amma lived alone in a small house near a towering banyan tree. Her silver hair framed a face etched with time, yet her eyes sparkled with warmth and kindness. Though life had not been easy, her husband had passed away long ago and she had no children to care for her. Amma never complained. She greeted each day with a smile, offering comfort to anyone who needed it. The villagers adored her. Every morning, she would sit beneath the banyan tree, waving at passers-by. Farmers, carpenters, and market vendors often stopped to chat, seeking solace in her words. Life in the village was challenging. Droughts ruined crops, illnesses spread, and hardships weighed heavily on many hearts. But Amma's presence was like a soothing balm. One day, a young woman named Mira approached Amma with tear-streaked cheeks. Her voice quivered as she spoke. "Amma, I don't know what to do. My husband left for the city to find work, but I haven't heard from him. The children are hungry, and I'm scared. What if something terrible has happened?" Amma patted the ground beside her. "Sit, my child. Tell me, what do you think will happen?" Mira wiped her tears. "I don't know, Amma. I feel like everything is falling apart. What if he forgets about us? What if we have nothing left?" Amma listened patiently, then shook her head. "Mira, when we fill our minds with fear, our hearts grow heavy. But when we choose to think of hope, we invite light into our lives." Mira frowned. "But how can I think good thoughts when everything seems so hopeless?" Amma smiled. "Let me tell you a story," she began. "Once a poor man sat by the river, tears streaming down his face. He had no money, no family, and no food. An old woman passing by noticed him and stopped. "My son, why do you cry?" she asked. "I have nothing," he sobbed. "How can I ever be happy?" The old woman smiled. "Look around you. The river flows endlessly, giving life. The trees stand tall, offering shade and fruit. The sun rises each day, warming the world. If you only see what you lack, you will always be miserable. But if you notice the gifts around you, you will find peace." The man wiped his tears and took a deep breath. He noticed the river's gentle movement, the rustling leaves, the golden sunlight on his skin. From that day on, he changed. Not because his situation improved instantly, but because his way of thinking did. With a hopeful heart, he worked hard, and soon his life began to change. Amma looked at Mira. "You see, my dear, our thoughts shape our world. When we focus on hope, we find the strength to face our struggles. But if we dwell on fear, we become trapped by it." Mira hesitated. "Will my thinking really make a difference?" Amma nodded. "Yes, my child. If you wake up each morning and tell yourself, 'Today will be a good day,' you will find the courage to care for your children and face whatever comes your way. But if you focus only on what could go wrong, your heart will be too burdened to act." Mira took a deep breath and wiped away the last of her tears. "I understand, Amma. I will try." From that day on, Mira followed Amma's advice. Each morning, she whispered to herself, "Today will be a good day." She worked hard, nurtured her children, and held on to hope. A few weeks later, a letter arrived. Her husband had found a job in the city and was sending money home. Overcome with joy, Mira ran to Amma's house to share the news. Amma smiled. "You see, my dear, when we think positively, we open ourselves to good things. Challenges will come, but if we face them with hope, we will find our way through." Word of Amma's wisdom spread throughout the village. People came to her not just for advice, but for the warmth and peace she radiated. Slowly, her message took root in their hearts. think good thoughts and good things will follow. As the seasons passed, the village grew brighter, not because struggles disappeared, but because people learned to carry hope in their hearts. They faced hardships with resilience, supported one another, and embraced the wisdom of Amma's simple but powerful truth. A hopeful heart is a strong heart. And in the quiet shade of the banyan tree, Amma continued to remind them that even in the darkest moments, the light of a hopeful mind could lead the way.